So I think really early on in the pandemic, somebody far wiser than me said, what we're going to see really quickly is that uh, on the one hand, you've got your super committed, faithful Christians who it doesn't matter what happens, what crisis, what global pandemic, they will be rock solid. They're going to find a way to keep worshiping God. And on the other hand, we're
Mm,
because in our context, we moved online in a major way forward during this time that we were just never forced to before, and it's awesome. I'm so grateful that we did. And we're reaching new people online who we would have never reached before. We're running multiple online alphas. We've got
mm,
these small communities, we call them life groups, that are all over Zoom basically. And so there's hundreds of people that we're reaching that we would have never reached before in this season. But there's this kind of group in the middle that may or may not have known why they were there or been fully committed.
mm.
And I think we're going to see a lot of them drift. And
Yeah.
so so I guess where am I going with this? I believe that we're going to see some of the institutions and structures that have existed in the past start to fade away.
Mm,
Things that enabled we talked at the beginning about all these buildings, all these mergers, all these, a lot of the buildings, like who's going to pay for them? Who's going to maintain them? Like who are they going to be there for?
mm,
Um, we're going to have to uh, strategically look at letting go of some of that stuff that's been that's been good, really good. Again, part of our heritage, but it's actually an obstacle to us moving forward,
mm,
because I think ultimately there's going to have to be a much more purified emphasis on mission, that
mm.
the Christians, the followers of Jesus in the future will necessarily be missional as well. And Pope Francis uses that term missionary disciple, which I love.
Mm.
It's just kind of it's saying
I
like
love that.
you can't be a disciple unless you're also a missionary. Like there's no such thing as a private disciple. You have to live your life for Jesus in such a way that others witness that and they're drawn to that, they're attracted to that, and
Mm,
you find yourself in faith conversations and praying with people and witnessing and inviting and loving up on people who are not necessarily part of the inner circle yet, but you love them enough to go after them. And I think that's my dream for the future, is that our churches will be filled with
mm.
missionary disciples who are outward focused on the lost.